Hello, 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 everybody. It is I, dun 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 dun, Juju, aka the Rainbow Sheep. Wow. Thanks, James, for that resubscription for 24 heckin' months. Wow, 2 years. Almost as long as we've been dating. By almost as long, I mean we've been dating longer than that amount of time. Wow! Anyways, welcome to D&D Night with the Razorcrest Isles. Once again, we have our lovely crew and cast of wonderful players and friends, such as Will, our DM, Bryn, who is Vesper, James, who is Farwin, Michael as Jasnah, and me as Juju. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Once again, just a friendly reminder, I do hang out mostly in the chat. You'll see me on the side or like the little chat bubbles pop up. Like that, you know, other shenanigans. So feel free to say hello in the chat, or if you just want to lurk and hang out and listen to fun that we're gonna have today, that's also perfectly okay. I appreciate you all being here. And also, if you would like to watch all the sessions on YouTube or just the recaps or whatever the heck you want to flip and watch about the Razorcrest Isles, you can watch that on my YouTube channel. So feel free to come in and watch all that stuff on YouTube. In case you are like, man, I'm gonna miss out on this, go watch them. Like, okay, thank you so much for being here. Wow. All right. Let's unleash the friendos, shall we? We're live?
Yes.
On the internet?
On the internet.
Oh god, who let me on there? What the fuck? Hello everybody. Welcome back. Razorcrest Isles. This is, hey, we got a consecutive weekend. We did that.
Hey!
That's on the back for us.
New streak.
New streak. 2 weeks in a row. Good job, us. Alright, folks. Who wants to hit us up with a recap for this week?
We returned from our disgraced trip from the high seas in the ruins of a far mountain across the oceanic tides. On the way back, we get back home. Getting back home, we decide to turn in and just get our money. And honestly, it was a pretty standard millennial day. Get paid, look for different jobs, go out for lunch, pretty standard stuff. We found out that there was a touch of a lead with a decapitated murder job that we had sort of caught wind of before we had left Iorus. And more people had ended up dead and decapitated, which is not a good thing for just, you know, the city or its GDP or anything like that. However, it was a job that was just out of our minimum entry level 5 years of required work experience for an entry level job. So like a group of millennials with a ton of unearned confidence and experience, we still applied for that bitch and decided to pursue it even when they told us, hey, maybe don't do this. A lot of people have died trying to do this job. We decide to go to the Old Town where this job is sort of localized around. Decided to go to the sketchy local restaurant that you walk by every day on your way to work, but think, someday. Ordered a ton of food, had it, had our character moments and slice of life moments, and then we went on the job. Laid out, going into the slightly more dangerous area of town where this job was settled, but not because of socioeconomic schema, just literally that's just where the job was. We're not gonna tax bracket shame in this game. I will not have it. Anywho, there was a cutscene kill potential where a wooden blind shutter had its head twisted in a very particular manner. There was some sort of strange sussery that I can't speak to because I'm not going to meta in this game. But it seemed that our young compatriot was able to have some sense of foresight to protect Jasnah and Vesper in this event. We left post haste, and after a bit of a disagreement between the party, some people went to bed, some people stayed up and drank until they drank their feelings away, and that's where we currently are. Oh, and we went to the money exchange place. So again, typical millennial Saturday.
Yeah.
What was the restaurant called?
Hot food.
Nice.
That's the name of the restaurant. That is, I think, my best idea that I've had in
Hot
years.
food, cash and carry.
Alright, let's reel ourselves in.
I'm confused. Radio Shack and Kmart were prototypal big box stores. Radio Shack specifying in late 90s electronics. Kmart, a prototypal Walmart of sorts. They had a cool arcade and built-in Little Caesars kind of deal. It was a good time. You didn't have to walk with your mom around the store. Anyway, late 90s tales. There you go.
I really hate that that's something that, like, has to be explained to people now. Because I'm not even that old, and I remember that. And yet people 2 years younger than me don't know that that exists. I feel like I grew up in the Twilight Zone of 10 years before I was supposed to be growing up.
I hate the passage of time. Ah!
Yeah, you get that, old man. You yell at those clouds. And as there's an old man yelling at clouds out in the streets of Ioris, you all awaken from your night of angered libations, stressed out sleep, or general grumpiness. The day is yours.
Oh shit, we have training today. Or like the test thing.
Yeah, was that like in the morning too?
I think they said midday. Or first thing. I don't remember.
I forget what our room situation's like. Are we all like in like a suite or something, or do we all have separate rooms?
So you would have had to have gotten a new room or set of rooms when you came back, as you had not rented for a moment. Would you have all rented one room, or would you have rented separate rooms?
Yasna always has her own room.
Yeah, Vesper was not feeling it last night, so she would have gotten her own room as well.
Alright, I'm just gonna assume everybody just got their own room. Unless if Farwin wanted to stay with Juju. Or whoever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Farwin wouldn't really see the point in getting an extra room if Juju offered.
Alright, so for purposes of keeping track of money, for the 3 rooms, I need 5 silver off of each of you.
We'll go.
Alright, you all awaken in your separate rooms. Juju, Farwin, you awaken together. And for your own memory's sake, they did say midday for your training.
Cool. I'm gonna go get breakfast.
Oh, okay, bye Farwin.
Okay, goodbye.
I want pancakes.
What's wrong with waffles?
I'd be okay with waffles. Do they have waffles here?
No, but you said you wanted pancakes.
I mean, they're basically the same thing, I think.
So, you all make your way down. Is anybody not joining the breakfast crew?
Juju will want breakfast eventually, but since she feels... Since she did so well on the test last time, she's gotta take it seriously again, so she's braiding her hair, and that takes a little bit to do before she heads down.
Jasnah will have paid for a little extra time in the communal bathtub and is just going to spend most of the morning there. Maybe grab a piece of wheat toast. Like a late 90s kid on their way late to school.
Alright, you spend your time getting a hot bath in, relaxing a little bit. And after your single piece of toast, for those of you inside the ivory mast, you are able to get yourselves breakfast. Let's see what they have. It is pancakes today instead of waffles.
Yes.
Thank you, dice. So if you order whatever the special is, it will come with pancakes. Otherwise, you can order individual foods as you like. It will cost nobody any more than 1 silver.
I will eat pancakes with Vesper.
And basil.
And basil.
Do you think we'll do better on the test this time?
I hope so. I think we'll know what to expect. But maybe we won't.
Maybe it'll be like a written test.
Ooh. I don't think so. I mean, we haven't had to really do any writing for Protectorate work, right?
No, not
As
yet.
of so far, you have not had to write any paperwork now.
So,
We did have to sign our names, and that's kind of like writing.
Oh, that's true.
At this time, I'm going to come eat my breakfast, but I also have a bandana across my forehead that is pink with a little drawing of scribbles on it. I'm ready for today, everybody! I hope
Very
you guys are
good.
good.
We're going to do great.
Juju, I like your headband.
Thanks. I thought it would help with team morale and spirit. I made some more if you want one.
Really?
Yeah. And then I take out 3 more pairs of ribbon/bandana cloth pieces.
Farwin is gonna wear the bandana.
This is so nice. Oh my gosh.
Right. Guys all around the table. Eventually, as you finish up your breakfast, Jasnah, you would be able to, if you choose, join them before they leave the ivory mast.
I'll grab whatever quick victuals are available at the bar, and I will sit down and eat quietly with the group.
Hi, Jasnah.
Good morning.
How did you sleep?
Pleasantly.
That's great.
Did you like sneeze a bunch?
How do you mean?
Like when people sneeze and you say bless you. Is that why you slept blessedly? Because everybody was saying bless you?
No, pleasantly.
Pheasantly?
Pleasantly. Pleasantly.
Oh,
Oh.
well that's good.
Jasnah, I made this, and I hand her the bandana. It's to help with our team morale and spirit, so we could do great today. Okay.
She grabs it, looks at it, and will tie it around her neck.
That's a good
Thank you
choice,
for this.
Jasnah.
I appreciate this gesture. Thank you.
That's a good call, because if you have your helmet on, we wouldn't be able to see it. But now, we all know you're part of the Pink Cloak gang.
Even with the cloaks off.
Are you taking your cloak off?
No, but that's another way if the cloak got in the way or something.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
I see no way in which that could happen.
Jasnah immediately remembers the cloak being snagged on an enemy spear, the cloak getting weighed down in salt water and making her just swim slower, remembers the cloak getting caught in the small doorways in the ship, but does not say anything.
Wow, that's some character growth right there.
Cloaks are very, very good.
Should we go to the place and do the thing?
If we're ready.
Yes, onward to bow to our bureaucratic overlords. Let's go.
Wait, if they rank us badly, can we just kill them?
Okay, 1, no. 2, I don't know if we... Never mind.
And 3, let's not give them the satisfaction.
Let's just win.
Yeah, let's just win and not do violence that is unnecessary. Potentially.
Let's win!
Okay. You're all heading over to the opposite protectorate.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. As you make your way over, again, the streets are always pretty busy in Ioris. Once you make your way into the inner city, it quiets down a little bit, and especially by the opposite of the protectorate, you only see people go in and out, every minute or so. It's the lowest traffic building in the area. When you folk make your way inside, you wait your usual 5 to 10 minutes at the counter, getting yourself to your position, and then in front of you, once you get in, will be a human gentleman, kind of older, wearing the standard uniform.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. What can we do for you today?
I think we are here to retest because we're stronger now.
Oh, you're here to do testing. Did you have an appointment?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the name under?
The Pink Cloak gang.
Okay, let me find the sign-in sheet here. Sign-ins for... Okay, I've got it here.
And after a second, he pulls out
The sheet and says, Pink Cloak gang, you're third in the rotation. You'll be moving to the proving grounds first, and then you'll be returning to the office for a written test, as well as you'll be doing some standardized physical routine work.
Okay. That sounds like fun, I think.
Alright, folks,
and he's gonna pull out a drawer from under his desk, and inside of it, he will pull out a kind of heavy-looking set and go, okay, and clunk it on the ground. It kind of clatters a little bit. And he'll open it.
inside of this is going to be some tiles for you to put on yourselves. Please put them on before you head to the proving ground. They'll also have your,
And he'll quickly look through, and he's going to take an ink brush, and he's going to write a number on the front plate of what looks like a strung together set of plates, and write a number on the front of each plate, and then just hand one to each of you.
And this will serve as both a testing device as well as a metrics device, so that they know which proctor you are in terms of the test.
Wow, that's... How does it work?
I can't tell you the specifics of the test before you reach the destination.
Okay.
But that's the long and short of it. Please make your way over to the proving grounds, and they'll take you from there.
Okay, bye.
Have a wonderful day, folks. Enjoy your testing. Hopefully you do well.
As we are walking, let me know if there's a moment, DM.
There's absolutely a moment. The proving ground and the office are not very far away, but you can very easily walk slowly.
Jasnah's gonna try something that she doesn't do super often, but probably should.
Okay.
She's gonna focus in on her icons of Pate lore and say, "Hello, boss. Jasnah here. Just wanted to check in. So we came back to the city. There's what I feel is like evil afoot. Last night, I'll be honest, I almost shit my pants. There's definitely evil afoot. I just need like a sign or something. It's the first time that I am like an avatar for something I don't completely understand. Do I need to get accredited with these nerds or something? Is this part of your path? And if you say so, I will suck it up and do this. Even if you don't, I'm still going to suck it up and do it because the others are doing it. And I'm trying to lean into this, okay? So that's all I have. Yay, son. Yay, Paylor. Let's go do some good stuff.
Me. As you finish speaking, you're used to... Peller doesn't speak often, and when he does, he usually appears before you. You get a sensation. You get a kind of tight pull in your chest. And what you can surmise is that the path forward is not the wrong one. Whether or not it's correct, you don't know, but you know it is not incorrect.
I think that you just said something, or that is indigestion from that third taquito I had, and I shouldn't have. But I'm going to take it on faith, and well, let's go do some good stuff. I think this feels right. Thank you. Your glorious radiance. Okay, let's go.
Right? You guys finally reach the proving ground. And as you get there, I would like a perception check from everybody. As you are through the front door, there is a winding path in, and there are two paths. There is one labeled testing ground, and there is one labeled observatory.
Bam,
Y'all are
bam.
perceiving.
With my eyes.
Perceiving with my nose.
Okay. With your perception checks, I will say Vesper, you can hear what feels like a breaking or shattering sound from down the end of the hallway. You can see the light at the end, where the proving ground is actually open. Jasnah, looking around the hallway, you can see all different kinds of weapons and all different kinds of what looks like some shields and just non-lethal variants of what people might take out into the field. Juju and Farwin, the two of you both kind of take a double take. It's very hard to see, but near the end of the tunnel, as you continue walking, it looks like maybe a fragment of a similar material to the little vests you were just given. And to give a better description of the vests, there is one central ceramic plate with that number that was written on it. There is a secondary plate over the left side of your chest. There is a plate on the right side of your abdomen. There is a plate on your right shoulder. And there is a plate on your back. They are of varying sizes, but all made of the same material.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Are we gonna fight each other?
If we fight each other, Farwin wins.
I don't know. Juju does have a pretty big paintbrush.
Should we go join them and maybe see if they know what's going on?
Maybe we're fighting other teams. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Right. As you exit out through to the end of the hallway, the light immediately re-hits your eyes. It wasn't very well lit of a hallway. To the sandy pit that is the proving ground. There are three things that catch your eye immediately. To the left of the exit, there is a desk with a couple of individuals in robes who have a series of papers and quills in front of them. Past them, there is a line of rope and somebody holding what looks like a rudimentary rope gate closed. And behind that, there are 6 individuals currently inside the main area. 5 of them are all attempting to move towards and strike the individual who is dodging out of the way and occasionally striking out and hitting plate. As you exit out the hallway, the ones at the desk will just go, "Oh, are you here for your exam?"
Yeah.
Let's see here. What was your group name?
The Pink Cloak Gang.
Right, you are... The test has gone a little bit faster today, so you are next in line for the practical. So, I'm just going to roll call. Is there one Farwin?
Farn raises his hand.
Okay, and he's going to... Farwin is number 13. Then do we have a Jasnah?
Hello.
Great. Your number is 73. Then do we have a Juju?
That's me.
Perfect. 29 for you. And then we have one Vesper.
Basil and I raise our hands.
Wonderful. Your number is 98. Alright, now that we have that down and set for the future portions, please wait here a moment. They are, he's gonna look over his shoulder, almost finished in there. You should be up within the next 2 to 3 minutes. As you wait there, you can watch as it looks like another group of adventurers is undergoing their own trial. There are just wooden swords and wooden spears running back and forth, trying to get into blind spots. The individual they're striking is a... best way to describe him is very petite man who is just quietly moving out of the way out of all of their strikes. Kind of darker toned skin, thick curly hair, close cut to the head, and he is wearing one single large plate on his chest.
It's a big man.
So is it just us versus that guy?
I guess so.
Has Farin seen anyone use magic?
Make a perception check again for me.
Nope.
There's too many people running around and too many flurrying strikes. They might be using magic, but at this point you can't exactly tell.
How about Arcana?
You have spent your time.
Okay.
It does, within the next 2 minutes, come to a close, as each individual is succinctly gets planted on the ground with only their numbered plate remaining unbroken, and the individual standing and brushing off a little bit of dust. Single plate, whole.
How is he striking them down?
So if you're paying attention to that, you can see there are each time a plate is broken, he's only hitting the plates until they're out of plates other than their numbered one, and then he is simply moving towards them and from the knee pulling with the leg and pushing with the shoulder and making them fall.
So it's melee attacks just from observation, casual observation.
He is only striking with his hands.
Okay.
We can do this. As there's so many of us and there's one of him. So easy.
I hope so.
And as he kind of just finishes brushing himself, he'll pull out a clipboard that he had on him and just mark applicant 21, 0 points. Applicant 7, 0 points. Applicant 99, 0 points. Applicant 103, 0 points. Applicant 2, 0 points. If any of you wants to rank up, or even maintain your rank, please try a little bit better next time. You're dismissed to your next exam. Go. All of them will just kind of dejectedly pick themselves up off the ground and brush off their dust and exit out through another doorway. They'll just, please let in the next examinees if they're here. And the man with the rope will pull it up and just, in you go, folks.
I look at everybody else and I guess we start walking in.
Yep.
Okay. As all of you walk in, he's going to take note of your numbers. The rope will close behind you. As you stand in front of him, before we begin the test, I'm going to give you the same option I gave them. Would you like to work together, or would you like to work individually?
Together?
Yeah, together.
Is that a unanimous choice?
Oh,
Anybody who
together.
dissents can take the test on their own.
I'd rather do together.
Alright. You'll pass, or fail, and get as many points as you get as a group. Simple, and he'll tap his plate. Break this. Don't let yours get broken. And he'll look up at the sun. You have 3 minutes. And he will just stand and watch and wait.
I have a question.
The test has started.
Oh shit. Okay.
To do a
I
roll
cast
initiative?
invisibility on 3rd level, targeting myself and Jasnah.
This is going to be a loose initiative. You will all be able to act, but I'm not going to have you roll initiative for turns. So, you are casting invisibility.
Yep, 3rd level, which allows me to target 2 people. I'm targeting myself and Jasnah.
Okay? You and Jasnah are invisible.
How far away are we from him currently?
Beginning of the test, you are 20 feet away.
Okay. So if it's a loose initiative, Farwin just cast invisibility on 2 of us. Does anyone have anything immediate?
Yeah, I'm going to. Shit. I'm going to take 15 feet back and cast Darkness, where I'm in the center. And it's 15-foot radius, so my friends aren't getting hit by it, but all around me, 15 feet on either side, is darkness.
Okay? So you are 35 feet away in a sphere of darkness.
Yes.
When there's an opportunity, I have a bonus action I would like to take.
Please take them now.
For the bonus action, I'm going to focus in on the talk that I just had with Baylor and be like, okay, boss, let's try to make this happen. I'm going to Hexblade curse this individual.
Okay. So, do they need to make a saving throw?
It looks like it just happens. There it is. I just put it in the chat.
That's perfect. Yeah, it does just happen. Okay. They are hexbladed. A white misty aura starts coming off them a little bit.
Very good. And I'm going to start with the first of my Urgent Blast for today.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Is Hexblade's curse a spell?
So, I would say... Let's see here. I would say it is a curse. It is a spell, only because of the wording of it and what it does. I think it counts as a spell or spell-like ability.
Okay, so then that would dispel invisibility.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Because it seemed like I would have taken aggressive action by
Yeah.
casting Hexblade's Curse. So I'd like to do my bonus action, and I cast the first of my Eldritch Blasts with my action.
Okay. As you cast the first Eldritch Blast, the white beam will shoot out of your hand and arc towards him, kind of bolting around in a line, and he will simply curve his body and rotate 1 foot to dodge out of the way of it, and move his foot back.
Okay, so a 20 will not hit him.
That's correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and try second blast.
You got it? Same thing. This time, he barely moves his lower body. He shifts his upper body slightly and raises an arm, and it darts underneath through the hole it leaves.
Okay, and since I'm 20 feet away from him, I'm going to move back 30 feet.
Okay, you're at 50 feet distance. Who's taking action next? Juju?
Yeah. I'm gonna give Farwin Bardic Inspiration. And does jumping count as an action? I'm specifically talking about this.
So, jumping is part of your movement. So it is not an action to jump. Let me pull up my movement rules for this, because jumping is wild. So are you attempting to jump at the moment, or what's your plan?
Yeah, I'm going to give the inspiration, and then I'm going to leap into the air. I assume that I'm close to this brute character.
Yeah, you are 20 feet away.
Are they like really tall, or what is it?
They're about average height, a little bit taller than your admittedly short party, shorter than Jasnah. And they're just a little wiry.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna roll the d8 for the jump.
Yeah, so... And you are jumping towards him, like, lengthwise?
No, up.
Okay, so you're jumping straight up. So...
Yeah.
659. What's your strength modifier?
It is 2.
Okay, so... As you give the Bardic Inspiration to Farwin, you kind of crouch your legs down a little bit, swell your muscles, and you jump 11 feet straight into the air.
Okay, and then as I'm in the air, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
And say, "Look up here, you big dummy!"
And 18 will save, so you will not take the psychic damage here, I believe, or is it half damage? No, the damage is not taken. So, they will look up and just kind of squint their eyes and waggle one finger at you. An interesting distraction. It didn't work. And as you slowly back down into the ground, into the sand, leaving one hefty set of hoof prints. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Alright, next set of actions.
I'll go. Just from inside the darkness, I'll shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Right. Make 2 straight rolls for me.
Oh yeah, okay, I thought that was screwed up. Okay, 1 second. First one is a 9.
A 9 will definitely not hit. It goes wide. He doesn't have to move.
Yup, that was not cute. Okay, we'll try again. That one is a 13.
13 also will go wide.
It is a distraction.
I can't see you in the darkness, but I'm assuming you can't see me either. That's a bit of a bad play.
So I think Farwin's going to use that opportunity to attack from invisibility with reach.
Okay. What angle are you coming in at for the attack?
20 feet away.
Are you coming from the front, the side, the back?
It's going to be the side.
Okay.
So I do have advantage, I hope, because I'm invisible.
You are invisible.
And I have Bardic Inspiration, which I will be using.
Okay. Please roll it.
What dice size is that for Juju's Bardic Inspiration?
Hold on, I know it just went up because of level 5.
Might be a D6.
D8.
Hey, there we go.
28.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, as you come up, you feel like you are absolutely certain he can't see you. You're going for the strike, you're on the perfect angle. Just as you're about to strike out at the plate, you see his eyes dart down to the ground where your feet are. And I need to make a roll here. Does a 23 hit your armor class?
Yes. I'm at reach, though.
I know.
Okay.
Instead of attacking at you, he's going to take a half step backwards, and he's going to strike outwards and push where your lance would be going. So instead of hitting directly on the mark, it glazes past and leaves a scratch mark on the face of the plate, and the invisibility unwraps off the blade.
Nice. I'm gonna do some sorcerer shit now. So, as you said, like the blade sort of scratches because he like just barely pushed it away.
Yep.
Okay, so Farwin is going to take that push and use it as momentum and jump. And he's going to spin 360 degrees, and while doing that, I am going to meta magic quicken spell to use crack final turn.
Okay.
So that is a lot of spell points.
That is most of your spell points.
Well, I have a lot more now, but okay, so that's 2 sorcery points for the quicken, which drops me to 20, and then 5 for the crack, so that is 15. It is a crit.
Okay.
How do I make it roll damage? That's how it rolls damage.
Oh.
Alright. As you whip around and fire out, since he can see you do this action, he is going to get 1 attempt. He's also going to crit. So, what will happen? As you whip around and fire off the crack, he's going to, instead of doing his normal dodge out of the way routine, he's going to huddle his body down and put his arms over the plate. And the crack will strike him dead on. And his forearms, mist coming off of them, fully frozen over. As he's kind of creaks himself back up. Now that was a good attack. And he's gonna quickly just make 2 quick strikes on each arm, and the frost will slowly go away. But there are visible, like, you know how when things get dehydrated very quickly, they crack across. His skin is like dehydrated and cracked now on his arms, and they are still kind of steaming from the flash freeze. Magic user, understandable. The glaive is a good tactic to hide that. He'll look up at the sun again. And he'll look down at his feet. Alright. Who else? And he's going to look around real quick.
His speed is reduced to 5 until the end of his turn.
Yes, it is.
Are we still on list initiative?
Still lose initiative, yeah.
If no one has anything, I'm going to try Eldritch Blasts again.
Go for it. Shoot your blasts. Don't know why that's not coming out as attacks for you guys.
I think I changed mine, but I'll check it on my turn.
Hang on, I might have it on the front of my sheet. I do. Sorry about that. Hang on.
Okay, a 16 will not do it. He will, once again, just dodge out of the way. A bit slower, but he is still unfazed by a 16.
I'm gonna go for my second blast.
Okay. 28. He is out of reactions, so I would like for you to roll me a D100, and on a 30 or below, you will strike the plate.
Okay. Let me get just do that. Or actually, I could just roll on Discord. Hang on. Or not Discord, on the thing.
Yeah. On the Lord's roll 20. Hey, there we go.
Wow. And sir, I need to give you some Hexblade's curse damage.
You do.
It's just bonus damage equal to my proficiency bonus, which I think is only 2 at this time.
It should be 3 now.
It should be 3. That
3
is a
more.
total of 679. So it is a total of 11 damage on your blast. It is enough to crack and shatter the plate, and it will split, and half of it will fall off, the rest being held up by string. And he will look down, and he'll look back up. Good. Striking. 10 points. And now he's going to crack his neck. The test's not over yet. I told you had 3 minutes.
I'm going to say, Farwin, back up. And I'm going to back up 30 more feet. So I should be at 80 feet away now.
Can I still back up?
Yeah, you hadn't done a full move yet, so you're able to all start dispersing across.
Farwin is definitely a little afraid of this guy, so...
Reminder, there is darkness that you are welcome into.
Yeah, but he's gonna, like, AoE us by flexing.
So, what this individual will do, and what you've noticed is that for the past about minute, he has not moved more than 1 foot. And by that I mean not one, 12-inch foot. I mean, he has not moved more than his left foot. He's only swiveled around at this point. He's going to take a few steps forward, still slowed by the crack. And for a moment, he's going to kind of tense up and untense his body. He's going to jump in place a few times. And where loosely would everybody be? You have about 200 feet around you of sandy area to work with. You've got the area of darkness. Would you all be clustering together, moving away from each other?
One last bit of information, DM, for you.
Yeah.
When he got hit, I would have applied the Lance of Lethargy. I don't think it stacks, but just, it's on there.
Yeah. For movement speed slows, I will say the most relevant slow will be the one that takes precedence. So since he had a movement speed of 5 feet, that one's going to be the one that took place for that immediate round.
I believe in beautiful squares, so I am 80 feet away, but I would not have headed towards the darkness. I would have tried to separate myself from my friends as much as possible.
I think I would go in the darkness with Vesper, but depending on where she is, maybe stay a little bit separate from her.
Okay. Question, Vesper, have you moved since you spawned the darkness?
I would have moved to the left 5 or 10 feet.
Okay. Look at the specifics. So, also clarifying question, what did you cast darkness on?
It's just a point, isn't it?
You can choose a point, or you can choose an object or yourself.
I chose a point. It just
Okay.
happened to be centered on where I was standing.
Okay, so it is a stationary point where you were standing.
Yes.
Okay. So, as he loosens up a little bit, takes a few moments, and you can see the cold effects starting to slowly fade. He's going to look towards the darkness. Juju, now that you just ran in. Lesson 1. If you set yourself up in an area, you limit your options, and he's going to dead sprint into the darkness and take 3 strikes. First one, Vesper, he will strike the spot where you were. The
Oh
second
shit!
one-
He was able to run past the issue that he had with the 5 feet. The far one did.
He took a moment to cleanse it off of himself.
Okay.
His second strike, he will strike within 5 feet of you, Juju. And the third strike, Vesper, does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Quiet now. So, Vesper, as he strikes out at you, you do not have enough time to dodge out of the way after his first 2 strikes. You feel on your left chest piece 1 plate shatter. The darkness hides you, but it also tells me where you are. Let out a breath very heavily. And it feels like he's letting out breath for like 8 to 10 seconds. Is anybody doing anything this time?
I would like to do some stuff.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to use more spell slots. I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 3rd level, spending another 5 spell points. And that will construct an Armor of Agathis with 15 temporary hit points.
Alright.
That also gives me my AC, which will be nice. I'm just going to move to the exact opposite side of the arena from the darkness, and then that's my turn.
Alright. Anybody else doing anything in this time?
Yeah. Question though. On my character sheet, front page, is this an action or bonus action, or it doesn't say? Front page.
That is
Okay.
that would be an action.
Okay. Well, either way, that's what I'm gonna do. So he will have disadvantage on attacks for the next 1 minute.
Okay.
And then I'm going to basically go to the opposite side of the darkness. I say you're still ugly even in the dark. And then I run.
Right. Juju, Jasnah, anything from you guys during this moment?
Yeah.
Juju hasn't gone yet, so Juju should take it.
Oops, I accidentally zoomed in on all of my stuff. Oh no.
Oh no,
Let me fix it real quick.
not the zoomies.
So since Vesper can hear me, I'm gonna give her Bardic Inspiration. And then I would guess that I wouldn't be too far into the darkness, so I'm going to back out of the darkness. And I'm going to ready an action if this brute decides to come at me. And if he does, I'm going to use Color Spray.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
With all of you having gone, he is now a lot faster now that he's no longer fully affected by ice. Vesper, as you move around to the other side of the darkness, you can feel him slowly turning and following your movement.
As I'm running, then can I send Basil in a different direction to try to confuse him, and have Basil be as loud as Little Mousy can be, and I'll be as quiet as I can be. Maybe he's really stupid.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me.
$16.
He does not seem to pay Basil any heed of mind in this moment. And he is going to, since he knows where you are, take 3 strikes at you. The first will be a 19.
And they are at disadvantage.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
You will take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as he will miss the plate. I do need a concentration check.
Is that? I don't even know what the. I haven't fucking
It's
done
a
that in forever.
Constitution saving throw. It is either a DC of 10 or half damage taken.
15.
Alright, it is still up for now. His second strike will be at 15.
Yeah, that hits.
This one you will take another 8 bludgeoning damage as he misses the plate again. Last strike is 14.
That also hits, just barely.
And this one will strike a plate. The plate at your abdomen shatters now. And we're back to open initiative. And he will say, "You've chosen to work together, but you've all spread out. You could potentially stop me from hitting your plates if you work together."
Why? You're just hitting mine. They're still winning.
So what's the layout like? Is Vesper basically the only person close to him at this point?
Vesper is the only one inside the darkness. Juju is just outside the range of the darkness.
But I can't see into the darkness.
You cannot know.
Well, let
As
me
the
make
darkness.
2 more con, or 1 more con saving throw. That is 10.
It beats. It beats.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't see into the darkness. So I guess my question is like, I'm not trying to metagame combat here, but like, okay, so Farron is smart enough to know, based on what Vesper just said, that if he casts web on them and is able to restrain Vesper and this guy next to each other, then Vesper will just suck it up for the team, basically. But is Farwin smart enough to intuit that like they're next to each other? That's what I'm not sure. So maybe like an intelligence check?
I will say, from the directionality of his voice,
True.
you know he's in the darkness.
Web can cover the entire darkness, I think. So I'll just do that. I'm casting the web into darkness and finally
Right.
spending less spell slots than 5. Or spell points.
Alright, does he need to make a saving throw?
Yes, that is a saving throw. Dexterity.
What's the number to beat?
16. He's gonna destroy that.
He does with a 24.
Yeah. I have no way of telling it wasn't effective, do I?
No, there is no way, because you cannot physically see it. You do not know. Vesper, how about you?
Oh,
What'd you say?
no, not good.
So you are currently restrained by the web.
Farron's just gonna yell, "Did I get him?"
No.
I dismiss my concentration.
Fair. Very fair. Anybody else? Anything in this moment before he strikes again?
Yeah. If y'all don't mind.
Go for it.
I'm going to stand up and kind of dust myself off. And I'm going to put both of my hands on either side of his face. And kind of just like stare into the middle distance. And say, "You don't want to do this. That's not very nice." And I cast Charm Person.
What's your DC?
15.
Gonna fly. I rolled a natural 16 plus 3. Deaf ears. And he's going to, unless anybody else has actions, continue.
I would like to call out, Vesper, drop the dart.
Okay, I'll drop it.
And I'm gonna take some blasts.
I'm still holding his face.
Okay, first one is big. I need to make 2 checks. This is going to take up his full reactions for the turn. Vesper, I need you to make an athletics check.
Okay, I'm using a new die because this one's not being very nice.
Well, that's fair.
Your number to meet or beat is 17.
Numbers are hard, but that is 21.
Okay. So, he quickly dodges out of the way, but instead of fully moving, his attempt was to pull you in front and make the blast hit one of your plates. You are very lucky that he did not do that. However, he will still not get a plate, or not get what he wanted out of it. He will take that 12 damage.
Plus 3 more because of the Hexblade's curse.
Alright. He's looking a little bit beat up at this point.
Is there another D100 roll for plates?
He no longer has a plate on him. He only had the one plate.
Interesting. Okay.
We are the one. It's just, can he win more?
Yeah, he said 10 points for offense or something like that.
Okay. With that hit, I reduce his speed by 10 feet. I say, Vesper, get out of there! And I'm gonna back up another 30 feet. So I was 80 feet away from him, then he ran into the darkness. When he ran into the darkness, how far was he from me?
The darkness was 35 feet away. You did specify you were not near the darkness. He would have been 120 feet away.
Okay, so he's currently 120 feet away at the start of when I attack. Then I'm gonna hold my spot here.
Okay. And Vesper, before you get the opportunity to run away, since the darkness has been banished, he is going to strike at you again. That is going to be 16.
Still at disadvantage.
I know.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
I just threw my hundreds away. You'll take... Yeah, you'll take 8 bludgeoning damage as he was trying for a plate on that strike. Make a concentration check.
For what?
Oh, the darkness is gone. This one will not hit you. Something about what you've done is affecting him, and he just kind of whiffs one attack. It goes wide around your head. And the third is going to be another 15.
Yep.
And this one will also not shatter a plate, but you will take another 8 bludgeoning damage. And as he finishes taking his strikes at you, he's going to look around. He's going to see that Jasnah is as far away as she is. He's going to just... 120 feet. Respectable distance. And he's going to dead sprint towards you.
Can I argue for a reaction here?
What would you like to do?
Because I did say I kept my hands on his face. When he tries to run, can I just grab and hold and try to slow him down, at least? Or grapple?
It will be contested athletics.
Great, let's go.
Could that also potentially do my held action as well?
You were holding for if he ran towards you specifically.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
What's your number?
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3, dirty 20. Damn it.
So, as you attempt to hold him, your hands kind of grab for a bit, just slaps them away, and in a very quick moment, he covers 90 feet.
That's including the -10 from the Lance of
That is
Lethargy?
including the -10.
Okay.
Just, thought I can get a bit further. He'll look up at the sun again. I guess I might have to take this seriously now. Any actions from you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver. 23. Crit. I'm not really doing it for damage. I want the saving throw effect.
I see what it is. Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, that's a. Sorry, the spell card is wrong. That is a saving throw attack. It is an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
And I am betting that this badass monk dump statted int. Because why would he not?
Well, it is irrelevant whether his stats are dumped because I rolled poorly. So he will take your lovely damage there. It is 1d6 psychic, and he will have 1d4 off of the next save.
Beautiful. go.
Alright, perfect. So,
And then I'll move as far away as I can.
okay, you are distant. Any other actions before he continues?
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead, Vesper.
No, I've been going. You go.
Well, I just want to make sure that it's fair that we've all been each getting a turn, including our enemy. I know there's a loose initiative, so he just moved. So is it okay for me to take another turn?
Nobody has objections. If anybody has actions,
Okay.
speak now or forever hold until Jasnah continues her turn. Go.
Then, noticing that I have his attention, I am going to go ahead and move 30 feet back. So I'm now 60 feet away from him.
Alright.
And I'm going to try for 2 more Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. As you shoot, he's going to expend his reaction. He's going to start bobbing a little bit. Your attacks are at disadvantage for this turn. So 11 will not do it. He'll just sway out of the way of the first blast. And the second blast, same thing. He will sway to the other side and just entirely avoid it.
Okay. And then I am going to... I'm 60 feet away from him. I'm going to cast Misty Step as a bonus action to move another 30 feet away.
Okay, so you are now 90 feet away.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alright, Juju, you got anything?
Uh, I guess I'm just gonna cast Shatter. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Saving throw. He will pass his con save, so I believe he takes half damage. Yes, does take half damage. It rattles him ever so slightly, but he grits his teeth and presses forward.
I would like to have Basil do something.
Okay.
Basil's going to run up and bite his Achilles heel. Just bite his ankle.
Okay.
Little ankle biter.
It is at disadvantage, as he is in a defensive stance.
Great. Basil has +0.
So you have to roll a double natural point for this to work.
Perfect. 3.
Nope. As Basil comes up, just gonna shift the heel ever so slightly, kicking up dust into Basil's eyes. With that, he's going to stop bobbing and weaving and take pace of everybody. Jasnah, you are currently the closest because he ran towards you. He will affix a calm posture And he's going to watch for 1, 2, 3 seconds. Jasnah, you blink. And when you open your eyes, he's in front of you. And he's just going to put one finger on your chest. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wow, 90 feet and you're putting your hands on me. Gross.
Okay. A 16. Let's see, it would be... So that will just barely fail. His save is 17. You will not take the full effects of a quivering palm, because that would be silly. However, your body will vibrate, and that vibration will move into the cords, and 3 of your plates will shatter in an instant, leaving only your heart plate and your number plate. He's going to lean back and stand up again, and look back up at the sun. Time. Test over. He'll clap his hands twice. And he'll take out his clipboard again. You can all relax. We are no longer in loose initiative.
You guys, we did better than the other people.
That's what counts.
Your choice to work as a team was a better one. Individually, you all would have failed the test.
Yep, that's why we chose team.
Ten points on striking. I will give you an additional 5 points because you forced me to actually try. Past 2 teams couldn't even get me to move out of my initial circle. Now, as for your dodging, you all have 3 things you could work on: coordination, spacing, and coordination. I'm going to emphasize that one. Had you all been in one space together, you could have prevented me from hitting you, or at least attempted to.
How would we have done that?
Yeah, I would like to also hear this. How is it that all of us being close together, we would have been able to
Restraining me.
prevent?
I don't think... I mean... You clearly know what you're talking about, but I don't think even the 4 of us would have been able to restrain you.
We're
I think that we... I'm sorry, go ahead.
We're not very strong, and you only got 2 of our plates. You literally didn't even touch those 2.
And to be fair, I think we assessed that you are a much greater threat. So, we would not group up. We would not make all ourselves vulnerable to you. And by drawing you away, surely I could have fallen. But my friends would have had the chance to run or strike in unison, whatever it may be. For you see, the river does not always win by crushing the rock.
What does that mean?
It means we made the right choice.
All right. Yeah, rivers.
It means that you're willing to make yourself a martyr on the field, and a dead protector is a useless protector.
I blow him a kiss.
Destroyed. You will receive 5 points for your plates. 20 points from my test.
That's not actually that bad.
Compared to 0 points, it is better. It's not a passing grade in full. There was a total of 40 points you could have gotten.
I mean, I think we did pretty good.
Now, that being said, and he'll start kind of loosely wrapping his arms in cloth. All of you are to move on to your next test. The proctors on the outside will give you your instructions there.
Okay.
We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Don't thank people that hit you.
Jasnah will walk over to Vesper and put an arm around her hip and whisper in. These bureaucratic types, that's all they live on. So a bone to them is a bone for us.
Okay. I need my mouse.
Basil's able to skitter back over to you and climb up.
Yeah! Let go of your hip and walk away a few steps. Thank you, Basil. That one is genuine.
And with that, as you all begin to move towards your second test, we'll take a quick break.
Cool.
Cool.
Let
Yeah.
us reconvene in about 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Okay, it looks like we're back. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Be sure to hit up the YouTube channel if you want to catch up on all the D&D stuff. And I think that's it. Let me just link it real quick. I guess let's see how the rest of these tests are gonna go. Oh my god! I love you too! Thanks for being here.
Very different sizes. I considered
Hello.
it.
Hello.
We're
Hey,
live
what's
on
up?
the internet.
Cool.
What was that, Linda?
We're live on the internet.
Ah, shit. We're not supposed to use real names. Sorry.
Yeah,
Which is fine.
Sorry. Star Chief.
Who's
Star Chief?
Schminda?
Star Chief. Kestrel. Laser. Blazer.
Phaser?
Yeah.
Is this like a
Between-
different version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah. Between Will and Bryn, guess who's Laser and guess who's Blazer?
I'm Blazer.
Well, can't argue that now.
Yeah, it's true.
do
I
make
bet
laser gun
Bryn
sounds
would
sarcastic.
slay in a blazer.
Hell yeah.
Thanks. I have to
Okay.
get one to be fancy at work.
There you
Well,
go.
can we hear your laser gun sound that you just alluded to?
Yeah, when the baby cat decides to be a problem, I just make laser gun sounds and just go, and he just fucks off.
That was really good. Like, what if? Do you ever want to run like a modern setting or a future setting just for that laser sound?
I mean, like, who says I can't use it right now?
Yeah, I mean, that monk might as
Oh,
well have had
shit.
laser.
Monk lasers.
If that monk started shooting monk lasers, I would have been like, you know, seems reasonable considering.
Linda, your hat looks cozy.
Thank you. I've had it for a while.
Alright. I'm going to put you guys back in here. So, you are moved back to the Hall of the Protectorate, back to the office, into a side chamber, set of desks, and in front of each of you is a piece of paper.
Oh no.
This is a written test. We will be doing an oral version of said written test. It is going to have 2 parts. First part, I am going to give you multiple choice questions and give you an option between them. And the second part, because I can't expect you to know everything, I am going to flip to pages in the monster manual, and I'm going to ask you one fact about whatever is on that page. And anybody who gets it right will get a point.
Question.
Answer.
Should we be metagaming?
I will say yes. For this specifically, metagame. Like,
Okay.
if you have knowledge, like, your characters obviously will not know about fucking Nalfeshni just off the fucking top of their head. But if you, a player, knows about an Nalfeshni, use that knowledge.
You got it.
So you're testing our player knowledge, not our character knowledge?
That is correct. This is a rare over-the-table quiz. Where some of you may perform better than others.
I was just thinking it could work in the sense that even though us as players might know the answer to the question, the question in the test might actually be a different question that actually relates to something important.
You know, yeah. I have a first section that is like stuff that you would not know off a monster page. Like things that I've had to look for.
Okay.
DM, this is just my own restriction. Everyone else do what you want. I'm gonna be rolling d4s. If I had an odd, I won't use meta knowledge. I'm gonna answer like my character.
I am going to attempt to make it difficult even for you. Only do that if you think you know the answer immediately, if I ask. If you have to think about it, don't worry about using meta knowledge. Because I will not be using the immediate available stuff. It will be hard.
Yeah, but like I don't break character until DVD commentary, baby. So
Alright.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
So, first question. And it will be a 5 questions for the first section and 5 questions for the second. For the sake of time and brevity. First question. Multiple choice. What is the diet of a cockatrice? Is a cockatrice a omnivore, a carnivore, or an herbivore?
How are we answering this? Is there a
This is verbal. I will go down the line. So I will start with, since you've asked the question, Bryn, is it an omnivore, a carnivore, or an herbivore?
carnivore?
All right, Michael.
I rolled odds. They're carnivores.
Okay. James.
I'm gonna go with omnivore.
And Linda.
I also want to pick omnivore.
All right. Points on the board for Juju and Farwin. James and Linda, you got it right. It is omnivore. They eat a mix of berries, nuts, fruits, as well as small rodents. Second question. Behirs are best known for their immunity and resistance to lightning, as well as their fabled breath that rivals the dragons. What habitat do they normally inhabit? A. Mountain caves, B. Subterranean caves, or C. Forest caves. We're going to start with Linda this time.
Can you repeat the first part of the question?
Behirs, Behir, are well known for their immunity and resistance to lightning, as well as their breath that rivals dragons. What habitat do they normally inhabit? Mountain caves, subterranean caves, or forest caves?
Let's say mountain.
Mountain caves. All right, James.
Let's go Team Juju. I'm going mountains.
Mountain caves. Michael.
I rolled odds. I'm gonna say mountain caves.
Mountain caves. All right, Bryn.
4 for 4.
Mountain caves. You are all correct. They do inhabit mountain caves. They generally exist on the peaks and sides of mountains. While they they do not have the ability to fly, they are excellent climbers and they make their way across terrain splendidly in that. Next up, Cyclopses are well-known creatures due to their monolithic eyes and their bulky stature. What types of religious beliefs do Cyclopses generally hold? Are Cyclopses monolithic? Is that the term for it, for following one deity? Monolithic?
Monotheist.
Monotheistic. Man, my brain is fried. Monotheistic, polytheistic, or atheistic? We're going to start with Michael this time.
I rolled an even, so the most famous Cyclops, Polyphemus from the Iliad, Odyssey, was, obviously fathering his father, so I'm going to say I'm going to write a monotheistic.
Okay. Next we're going to go to Brent.
I'll echo that.
Monotheistic. So, now we're going down to James.
Clarification. Does monotheistic mean they only worship one god, or does it mean they only recognize the existence of one god?
They only worship one god. In a world where gods are very
I was gonna say
present,
they're real.
Very obviously present. They do not pay reverence to multiple gods. They only pay reverence to one god.
I will go monotheistic.
Monotheistic. All right, and Linda.
I'm picking the same.
All right, 4 for 4 on monotheistic. That is no points across the board for the third question. So Cyclopses are non-religious creatures. While the existence of the gods is very prevalent in pretty much every D&D setting, especially ours, Cyclopses pay little heed to ritualistic behavior and deific worship, as it takes away from their day-to-day routines and lives and making sure that they are surviving and thriving. The Monster Manual is a weird and fun place.
I feel
That is
bad. I
weird.
feel like I led everyone astray, but I did
You
start off
did.
by
The
saying...
one time
I
you
said
didn't
I said I
randomize.
rolled even, and I would answer like Jasnah.
I see. Okay.
I said that.
I just thought because Cyclops one eye and then Mono one god. That was my.
We're all just
way.
cheating off of Jasnah's test.
Why are you all looking at my paper?
Atheist was my second guess.
All right. So, next question. Brick are a species of aberrations from the far realms. They are not oft seen on the material plane, but when they are, they have a couple of very specific features. They are snake-like beings with a beaked mouth. They have multiple phalanges. True or false, do they have talons on the end of their phalanges? We're going to start with James.
False. No talons.
All right, let's go to Michael.
I rolled odds, no talent on on tentacles.
Okay, let's go to Linda.
True.
Alright, and to Bryn.
True.
That's Team Ladies on this one. They do, in fact, have barbed talons on the end of their, I call them phalanges, but they are suction-cupped tentacles that sprout off around the beak. 4 of them specifically.
So they got suction cups and talons?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So what they do is they clamp on and they suction cup to your skin and hit you with the talons on the end. So they are both pierced into you and barbed into you, as well as suction cupped on. So they have 2 forms of grip on you, and then they just eat you from the face.
I don't like that.
Now I feel like I'm suffering from having played older D&D stuff, because I thought their art didn't have little talons on the tentacles. Oh well.
It might be a 5e thing, but who's to say?
No, that's fair.
And now, your final question of your multiple choice. Scarecrows are a construct created by magic. What is the source of a scarecrow's power? Is it the continued concentration of a spellcaster? Is it a magical phylactery? Is it a spirit? Or is it a divine connection? We're going to start with Linda on this one.
Spirit.
All right. We are going to move to Bryn.
Spirit.
We're going to move to Michael.
I rolled even, so Jasnah just X's out all the other choices and writes in, clearly they are blessed by the divine corn that they are so blessed to live amongst, and the harvestful bounty of year in and year out.
All right, and we are to James.
I'm gonna go with Spirit.
Spirit is the correct answer. Specifically, they are powered by the spirits of evil creatures. A bound spirit by a spellcaster who creates the construct, it must be an evil spirit. There cannot be a pure spirited scarecrow.
That makes sense.
Sir, have you even watched The Wizard of Oz?
Listen,
We learned from the Cyclops question that they have not been paying attention to their source material for a couple years.
And I'll argue that because he did not have a brain and could not make, without a brain, choices, quote unquote, he was a pure spirit, pure impulse.
I mean, you got me there. But this ain't no Oz, baby.
No, I know, I'm super wrong on that one.
All right, and now we are going to move into the second phase of the test, where I am going to ask you an open-ended question about a monster's abilities. I am going to begin flipping. James, I'm going to tell you start, and you tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Start.
Stop.
All right. The Andro Sphinx.
Oh no.
Because you have played D&D for a very long time, like myself and Michael, I'm going to hit you with a difficult question.
Okay.
How much experience do you get from killing an Andro Sphinx?
Oh god. I'm gonna go with 20,000.
You are very close. I will give you a half point. It is 18,000.
Damn, James.
Let's go. Just ballpark the level.
Yep, it is a CR-17 creature. Alright, next, Linda. I will tell you start, you tell me stop. Start.
Stop.
Alright. The Were-Tiger is a shape-changing humanoid What type of senses other than normal vision do they have?
I'm gonna say hearing and smell.
I will also give you a half point because they do have enhanced hearing and smell, but they also have dark vision.
Okay.
Alright, next up, Bryn, I will tell you start, you tell me stop. Start.
Stop.
Okay. An Allosaurus is a large beast. It is a dinosaur. What is its strength modifier?
Modifier?
Yes, so it not its, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What is its modifier?
+4.
That is actually correct. It is +4.
That's a good fucking guess, Bryn. Hot damn.
Alright. Michael, your last one for first question.
Yes,
You tell me when to stop.
will do. Stop. Give me that cover page, baby!
So I actually had to restart my fucking my poll. So this, because you should know this stat block better than pretty much everybody else here, I would like you to name 4 of the 6 abilities, not actions, abilities from the standard vampire stat block.
Ability 1, turn to mist. Ability 2, they can summon wolves. Ability 3. Wait, you said abilities and not what?
Abilities, not attack actions.
Okay. So yeah, turn to mist, summon wolves. They have the ability to charm people, and they have the ability. Let me make sure I'm not getting an attack. So that's what I'm being careful about here. They can create sires by draining certain folks in a certain way. So to create sires.
That's 4 of 6. What you were missing was spider climb and regeneration.
They always forget spider climb.
Unless you're the Chad of Barovia, and you're like, I'm just gonna go through walls and floors, man.
Unless you're a fighter and the only interesting thing on your character sheet is a ring of spider climb.
I will counter you by saying a cloak of Arachnadia.
Sure.
Alright. Second, I'm going to have Linda, you're going to stop me, and all of you are going to answer one question about this specific monster. Start.
Okay.
Stop.
So, oozes.
Oh, okay.
Michael, I would like you to tell me how many different variants of oozes and gelatinous cubes there are in the base monster manual.
In base monster manual. Okay, so not Mordenkainen is not Volbos.
not including any additional source material, just the monster name.
I'm gonna say 4.
4 is the correct answer. There's the black pudding, gelatinous cube, gray ooze, and ochre jelly. All right, Linda, I would like you to describe to me. Let's see here. Where would it be? Let me find the stat block. I would like you to describe to me the Gelatinous Cube's Engulf ability.
Okay.
I do not need specifics on saving throws. I just need the general gist of what it does.
Somebody too close to cube. Or whatever is. Whatever. Cube get angry. Eats the person they're stuck inside. Until they roll something to get outside.
What happens to them while they're in the cube?
They are prone. I don't know.
I will give you another half point for that answer. They do get sucked inside the cube, and the cube is very angry. They take acid damage and suffocate.
I do like to imagine a bunch of people planking involuntarily inside the cube.
Just T-posed in the cube, just, oh no, it is me. Jesus.
It does happen.
Alright, James.
Oh no, it is me, Jesus.
The gelatinous cube and all other cubes and jellies do not have normal vision. What kind of sense do they have in its place?
I'm gonna go with tremor sense.
That is going to be incorrect, sir. It is blind sight.
Blind sight. Okay.
They have a blind sight out to 60 feet for each of them, and they are completely blind beyond that radius.
Bill Cosby lied to me.
And Bryn, final question on oozes. The thick tendrils that oozes generally use to strike out attack have a very specific name. What is that name?
Little leggies. And Vesper's just drawing flowers on her paper.
It is not little leggies, it is pseudopods. They got pseudopods that just...
Okay, but those are little leggies.
I mean, like, they're little. They're leggies. They're not called little leggies.
This is the problem with bureaucracy.
Alright, same deal. One monster. All of you will be answering. James, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Alright, we are going to talk about Femorians.
Jesus. What have I done?
So, Michael, I'm going to give you the hardest question because I feel like that's just the way to go here. Femorians are a lost race of creatures who were cursed. What subtype of creatures cursed them?
I'm gonna guess hags.
I have to look up the subtype of hags.
Oh, fae.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It is a fae curse. They were once the most brilliant, physically fit, and beautiful race of creatures until the fae got pissed at them and made them giant, hulking, ugly sacks of pus.
Then I should
Damn.
not get that point.
Relatable.
No, hags are fae creatures, so it was a clarifying what subtype are hags. Hags are fae.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on to Bryn. There is one particular part of the Femorians that is particularly dangerous. They share a trait with another notable D&D monster. What body part do they hold a dangerous, destructive force from?
I mean, Vesper is just drawing inappropriate body parts on the paper at this question. So take that answer how you will.
The Grundle.
The Grundle.
The fun bridge.
Oh no.
No answer?
No.
Alright, no point for you there. It is an evil eye. They share a trait with a beholder. They have an eye beam. And unlike the beholder, it is a psychic eye beam. Alright, Linda. How many times can a Femorian attack in a round?
3.
3 is a no-go. It is 2. They have a single multi-attack. And James?
Yes.
What skill are Femorians most proficient in?
Oh god, I have to remember the 5th edition skills.
It's a great thing you have a character sheet directly in front of you.
That would be cheating. I'm gonna go with probably like athletics. No, wait, perception.
Perception is the correct answer. They've got a whole, they are the other D&D monster that has a whole eye motif going on between the evil eye and their perception score and their wisdom score. Wisdom's not great, but the perception is really on point. So that's a point for you there. So far, we are at 4 points across the board, except for Juju, who has 5 points, and Farwin, who has 4.5 points.
Hey.
2 more questions left here. Who have I not had stop me at this round? Michael, and who else?
Me.
Alright, Michael, tell me when.
When?
I'm going to go a little bit further because I had already landed on that page. Alright, next page over from there. Okay, let's start with a Bryn question. Mephites are tiny little elementals. What condition immunity do they all share?
They're immune to psychic damage.
That is a damage immunity type, not a condition immunity. I will let you re-answer.
They can't be charmed.
That is incorrect. They can be charmed. They are unable to be poisoned. Let's go to Michael. All of the Mephites share one defining quality. What is the... It's the best way to phrase this question. What attack do they all share regardless of type? Aside their ham fists.
They all have a kill burst, death burst, I'm gonna guess death burst. It feels right. Death burst.
That is one of the 2 acceptable answers. They all have the death burst ability. The other acceptable answer is they all have a breath weapon.
It was a trap that was in the dungeon. That's why I was like, oh, I know that.
James.
Yes.
Mephites have an out-of-combat and in-combat utility ability. When they are motionless, they take on the appearance of their type. So a mud mephit would look like a mound of mud. A magma mephit would look like a mound of magma.
Yep.
Smoke would look like a cloud of smoke. And a steam mephit would look like a cloud of steam.
Right.
What is this ability called?
We're gonna YOLO it with elemental shape.
That is off the mark. It is false appearance.
Alright.
And finally, Linda. The challenge rating of the mephits varies. There is one that is lower than all of the others, but they all share one defining factor in challenge rating. What challenge rating are they all below?
Two.
This is another trick question. Anything over 1 is a correct answer. They are all less than 1 CR.
They are all babies.
Right. And here we go. Final question on the round. Bryn, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Skeletons can take many forms, and they can be created in many ways. However, they too also share a lot of defining characteristics. So, Bryn, what damage vulnerability do all skeleton creatures possess?
Cold.
Cold is not the answer we're looking
It
for
should
there.
be.
It is bludgeoning damage. You take a big hammer, you smash bones. We're going to go to Linda. There are some things that you cannot do to a skeleton. Some things just can't hurt them. Name the soul damage immunity of a skeleton.
Is it necromancy?
That is an incorrect answer. Can't poison somebody that doesn't have flesh or blood. James?
Yes.
The Minotaur skeleton is the biggest skeleton in the monster manual.
I don't know.
What armor class does a Minotaur skeleton have?
I'm gonna go with 18. 18 feels right.
18 is well off the mark. While it is the physically largest and the highest CR, it has the lowest AC of 12 of any skeleton in the monster manual.
Get out of here. 12. Wow.
And now, Michael. No skeleton can speak, but the Minotaur skeleton understands one language. What language does the Minotaur skeleton understand? Deep pulls only for you. Who knows this book better than I do?
Oh, what language does it know? I want to say, no, that's not a language. I'm going to answer it. Labyrinths. It knows labyrinths.
Greek.
It is not labyrinths. The answer is abyssal.
Oh, that makes so much sense. You're right. Because they're beast-based entity. And God, I forget the demonic entity that birthed all fucking
Let me find it here.
minotaurs. No, that makes perfect sense. You're right. That's so silly of me. Sorry.
You're dragging the team down.
I really am. I am the absolute worst.
Specifically, Garistro share a disturbing similarity to Minotaurs as the demonic version of them. So it mimics a Garistro. That
I
will
feel
end
it.
our quiz here. Final scores. Linda with 6 points. I did make the test a little bit easier because you do not know the monster manual as well. Farwin with 4.5. Jasnah with 5, and Vesper with 4. None of you did altogether terribly. The second half of the quiz was entirely for my own entertainment. So I'm gonna give you guys a collective 5 points across the board for your performance on that test. Thank you for going along with my silly little quiz.
No, that was fun. Thank you.
No, you thank you. Wait.
Thank you for making me ask difficult questions. Do you know how long I had to browse through the monster manual before I found good questions for that first half? Like, I had to read a lot of entries before stat blocks to find a cockatrice's average diet. Why is that in the monster manual? Why do I need to know it eats berries, nuts, and rabbits?
Oh my.
You see, I thought they would. I guess that doesn't make sense because they turn shit to stone, so I thought they ate stone. That doesn't make sense. I think it's just a defense thing for them.
It is entire. They've got a. They don't have a fight or flight response. They have a fight response. If anything relatively dangerous happens, they run at it and try and scratch it so it turns to stone so they can run the fuck away later. Right. After your written exams, your brains maybe melted a little bit.
There's steam coming out of Farwin's ears.
The proctor at the front of the room will just go, quiz down. Please bring your papers to the front. We'll be taking a mild intermission before the next phase of the test.
How many phases are there?
There is one more section of the test, and then you have a final interview.
What's the next phase?
I cannot tell you until you arrive.
Can we have lunch?
That is what the intermission is for.
Oh,
What kind of vending machines do they have here?
Look for vending machine. What's a vending machine?
Goblin in a box.
With the random snacks.
Hello, welcome to the Goblin in a Box. Would you like a snack?
Is it an 80-20 chance that you don't get what you pay for?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Or it's opened.
Oh,
I'd
no.
still be willing to go 80-20.
You guys do have a about 2-hour break before your next exam.
okay. What if we burn it down and flee the city and live in the woods?
No, there are those cocodrilos things in the woods. I don't like that.
I stopped reading the test and started just drawing pictures.
It was pretty hard.
I just don't care about it. Just let us do the things and punch the guys and stuff, you know?
Yeah. I'd rather be in the ring with the strong guy than take another test like that.
Well, good news is that you, Farwin and Jasnah, you wrote really well, I guess. For not probably being writing people.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about the one time you didn't know how to sign your name and you just used your fingerprint.
I mean, I still know things.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't trying to say you were dumb. I was just trying to say you did a good job. And I'm proud of you.
I did a good job for a dumb person?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Jasnah, if you keep doing that, Juju is gonna be more exhausted than I am.
I'm sorry, Juju. No, really, the village I came from is super dumb, so please judge away.
You're probably the smartest person from there.
Oh, dear God, we're fucked if I am.
Wait, why?
The people in the village are fucked if I'm the smartest person.
Oh, that's what you meant by we. Okay.
Because
I cast so many spells, and writing paper was harder.
I mean, I'm pretty smart, but like tests are not my thing, you know? The questions are like asking me things, and then I stop reading them, and it's just like, you know?
You see, tests are the great tyranny that they impose upon us to try to say that we are in specific castes. So just be careful with tests. They don't reveal the truth about us.
I did have a little bit of an advantage because I have gone to school. Also, I did take a little peeky peek at your paper, Vesper. And I really liked your drawing.
Oh, thanks.
Even the sketchy saucy one.
It was asking about body parts, and that's really all I got from that question, so...
Did you do life drawing for that one? Like, did you
No.
have a model?
No. You know, it was just what I've seen in other artwork, you know?
Oh, good. References are always good.
Yeah.
Why was it so veiny?
Don't ask me, ask the people that I stole it from.
They must have had good circulation, I guess.
What do we think the next test is? We've done the fighting thing, we've done the brain thing. And Juju is the best at both of them.
That's about what I would expect.
What? You guys did so well in the fighting part. I just did big jump.
I'm literally still bleeding.
I don't know. I feel like I could have done more.
You did plenty.
I wonder if the last test will be kind of like an obstacle course or something that we did in the first time we got tested. Or something where, I don't know, we have to think fast or something.
Well, maybe.
They did say at the beginning when we first started that it was going to be like a physical, or I might have imagined that.
Do you think we have to run the mile? I don't want to run the mile.
I don't want to.
Well, we should definitely make sure we eat, just in case if it is something more physical.
Oh, that's a good idea.
To the goblin box.
We try our chances with the goblin box.
Okay. Please state your intended order.
Hot Cheetos.
Instead of hot Cheetos, you get Cool Ranch Doritos.
Ugh.
State your order.
Who else is going to the goblin box?
Okay. 1/8 of a tomato with next day bread and a piece of salted pork.
You get 1/8 of tomato, next day bread, and a piece of salted pork.
Hey, look! It delivered.
State your order.
I'll have the same thing Jasnah just had.
You get 1 whole tomato. Salted.
Jasnah, is this
day
better
old.
or worse?
Arguable for my village. Do you want mine instead? I'll trade if you want.
No, I'm okay with my tomato.
Are you sure?
Yup.
I still give them
So
half my
what do I
salted
have to
pork.
roll to eat the tomato like an apple?
You can just do that.
I eat the tomato like an apple.
It makes everybody mildly uncomfortable, and you're a little juicy.
A little
Good.
juicy.
It only makes me uncomfortable because it's not often you get to see someone as young as he eat an entire tomato.
I'm a growing boy.
I'm gonna ask for a ham and cheese croissant, lightly toasted.
You get a turkey on rye, heavy toasted, but the middle is still cold.
I love the goblin box.
Yummy.
You'll see a little green hand extended. Ding!
We paid the goblin.
Remember to leave a positive review.
Okay, eat up, and then let's speed run it. We'll just power through, and then we can go be useful.
I get such community college vibes from this place. Nothing against community colleges, it's just that like a procedural nature of things.
It is.
And the vending machine.
Yeah, and I'll go out there and say, go to community college. Like, named universities are bullshit, y'all. Don't waste your money.
I did like 2.5 years of community college. I have no debt.
Exactly, dude. No. Smartest thing you can do, fuck giant universities.
I did know a guy who dropped out of high school to go to community college, and he was like super proud of it. I don't think that is the play, though.
No, if you're gonna go to community college, go to high school or get your GED first. I don't care. I dropped out of high school. It doesn't matter. Do what you want, but get your high school level education. Doesn't matter what form. Then get your college level education. Doesn't matter what form. And then whatever you want to do. Fuck around. Find out. Don't go to college if you don't want to. I'm not your boss. I'm not your dad.
It would be very confusing if you were my dad, considering I'm significantly older than you.
Boogie woogie woogie, my guy.
I don't know what that means, but I also don't like it.
That's it. That's an inside joke for me right there. Right in my little heart. Oh.
I'll show it to him later.
Good, thank you. I'm glad that you got it. Alright. So, you all finish your lunch. You wait around a little bit. 2 hours pass. And you are called back in for your practical exam. This is where you see a big hall. There are already a lot of people doing things in here. You can see some people throwing things, some people running, some people jumping. You can see some people shooting magic, a lot of sword swinging. As you enter, I'll just, alright, numbers, and What is each of your specialty? Magic, sword fighting. What is your specialty?
Real quick, DM, was lunch enough of a long, short rest?
Yeah, you could have taken a short rest.
Thank you.
If anybody needs short rest benefits, take them now.
God, do I have any?
Okay, I just got a spell slot. So they asked if we're sword fighters or magic people.
Yeah. What is your specialty?
I completely mean this in a most genuine, non-sarcastic manner. I absolutely 100% am being sincere. What if I am both?
Then you take both tests.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm both too.
I mostly just read books, but also a little magic-y. Mostly magic-y.
I'm also magic.
Both magic. Okay, 4 for the magic exam, 2 for the physical exam, and all of you for the general physical exam. Okay. If you follow me this way, we're going to start with the magic exam, as nobody is currently taking it. He's going to lead you over to a set of crystals. Right? We use similar crystals to determine magical types and variances. These crystals are designed to withstand and hold magical pressure and re-release it as stagnant energy. What we are going to do is we're going to have each of you fire your most powerful magic into this crystal, and we will receive a reading based on that. And there are 6 crystals. You guys are not taking up the full field.
Got it.
Please, all of you, fire your strongest magic into the crystals.
Farn will cast Crack Final Turn. It's a crit. It's a double crit.
Oh my fucking god.
It's my most powerful magic! I'm an anime character, and when I use my most powerful attack, it always crit.
Okay.
I'm going to now never cast it again.
Yeah, because you're never going to get that level of success again. Okay, so we have a total of 70 damage Farwin on this crystal. Okay, we'll get to your result momentarily. Who's casting next?
I will cast Shatter.
Okay. I'm assuming you're going to cast it up at your highest level.
Yes.
Is Shatter a second level spell or third?
Second.
Okay, perfect. So 18 damage from you. As the air around the crystal reverberates, and it actually... Does it do bonus damage to it? Or does it just auto-fail saves if it is a gem, crystal, or otherwise? That's fine.
Says disadvantage.
Okay, so they will be fine. Alright, so they will take that damage and completely fine. Who's casting next?
I am going to go ahead, step up, hold up my hand and form the blade out of nothingness. White and black, I'm going to cast Seek Evil. And I'm going to strike while it is active at 3rd level.
Okay.
And I have to give you 3d8.
Yep. And,
So 13 plus 8 plus 12.
Right. So, as you strike at the crystal, you can see it vibrates for a moment and pulls the sea people into it. It's a little bit stronger than you thought it would be. Alright, and last one up, we have Vesper.
I just walk up and just in, I guess at the same time, one eldritch blast out of each eye. Just.
Okay. You're firing dark side eye lasers at it. Go ahead and make both of your attacks.
Pew!
Right, and as it strikes in, it feels like they were stronger than you thought they were going to be. The beams kind of enhance as they get closer to the crystal. For the purposes of over the table, anything that could crit did crit on these crystals. Alright, and as individually, they're going to begin discharging energy off of them in a shockwave and reaching certain points. You see that there is, behind the crystals, a wide field, and there is a metal block on the field by each of the crystals. As that field moves out of the crystal, it pushes the block a certain distance. And they're going to start marking the distance. Juju, yours falls the shortest. Vesper, yours goes the second shortest. Jasnah, yours goes the second longest. And Farwin, yours goes the furthest. In fact, striking the back wall and continuing to get pushed.
Oops.
That is very anime.
So it will get pushed up the wall a little bit before dropping back down. And as they begin taking notes of where everything left, they'll go, okay, this is an unusual circumstance. Usually the maximum point gain off of this test is 10. However, we have never seen anything go up the wall off this test. We will be awarding 5 bonus points to Farwin. And your entry number was 13. Yes, you will be getting 5 bonus points for your exam at this time. Simply because this is an occurrence that does not happen. As for the rest of you, both entries number 98 and 73 have scored 10 points, and entry number 29 has earned 7 points. And you would know that 29 is Juju, 98 is Vesper, and 73 is Jasnah. So this is where points will start diverging a little bit. Now I've got that in my notes. They will move you along the general physical fitness test. This does include the fitness gram pacer test.
The mile.
A 1 mile run.
Oh no.
Sit-ups, push-ups, stretching, but it does also include a couple of other auxiliary things like side jumping, the 100-meter dash, and a ball throw. I just need a general athletics check from everybody. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Good work, team.
Farwin, come on. Keep up. Farwin, come on.
Okay.
I'm really.
Farwin.
It's 'cause of the
Farwin has
blast.
asthma, apparently.
No way, Farwin, slow down. Slow down. Farwin, slow down. Go. Oh, God.
I blame my hooves. Actually, not my hooves. I blame my hips. That's why I can't run.
Scribbles, help me. Devil painting.
Scribbles will pop out and just start wiggling along the track. Just, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Run faster! Go faster!
Scribbles,
Oh,
I'm doing my
no.
best. I got a tail and big hips and long hair.
Where's Vesper?
Vesper is currently like dragging, just like all like you and Farwin. Not to say how far you've actually gone, but are way further. And then Juju is a little bit further back, and then about 100 feet back from Juju is Vesper, just kind of like shuffling.
And doesn't Vesper canonically wear like a sweater all the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that bitch is just soaked.
Yeah. As each of you complete each of the physical fitness tests, you don't set record lows, but they're not good scores. Vesper will be getting 0 points. Juju will be getting 0 points. Farwin and Jasnah will each be getting 1 point.
Up top. If you high five Jasnah, it's gonna hurt.
Farwin just like falls over.
Actually, float is good. Oh, float is so good. Float is good.
Basil goes over and lays on Jasnah's shoulder.
And for the once, physical exhaustion shall supersede physical revulsion.
Okay. You guys do get a quick minute to breathe after that. Your proctors will give you some time to inhale as you are all panting. Right. The last test is the physical test for swords and weapons. That would be entry numbers 73 and 13.
Come on, Farwin.
Okay.
Okay. They'll put you in front of 2 hefty wooden target dummies. This is a very sturdy wood. You'll be graded on how much damage you can deal to it within 6 seconds. And somebody with a stopwatch will be at the ready. And they'll just put their hand up and signal it down and click the stopwatch. You both get 1 round of attacks against this dummy.
I will go first. I use my standard action to make a glaive attack. 17, I assume, hits, dealing 13 damage.
Does?
Then I use my bonus action for a Polearm Master attack. 12. I don't know if that hits. But if it did, it would do 9 damage.
Alright. This time, you do not feel the same mystical pull making your ability stronger. It is just a block of wood. Jasnah, you are up next. And they will advise, you may not use any magic on this target dummy.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to whack at it. Natty, no magic.
Alright, get a whack. And they're going to, after you both slice in and go around, they're going to quick come and look at the damage dealt. Start grading. That will be 5 points for entry number 13 and 3 points for entry number 73. Let me do final point totals here. This is where I actually have to do math on a calculator. Please insert elevator music.
Hey,
You
Farwin.
guys-
Yeah.
I don't know what I did wrong last night, but I'm sorry I upset you.
Farwin takes a deep breath and then just gives Jasnah a very large anime smile and says, "It's okay, Jasnah. I was just worried about you. And we worked really well together today, so I think it's fine."
Okay. And to you, young man, I say, thank you for keeping my head on where it is right now.
Yeah, of course.
She smacks him a little on the shoulder.
Ow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, good. I don't like fighting. I had to stay downstairs for a few hours. Juju, how
Yes.
are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. That last part of the test was pretty difficult. Maybe we should join a gym.
A what?
A place where you can work out with like other people and it's not weird because you're all working out together.
You mean like the stuff that we do every day?
It's a little bit different. It's not like fighting other people. It's kind of like there's some like pull-up thingies and some things you can like throw. They're usually like they're heavy things. You like pick them up and then you put them down.
Okay, but you're picking up heavy things to attack things that are attacking you, putting our lives in jeopardy.
No attacking things. It's just it's like equipment that you can like pick up and put down.
Okay, but nothing is attacking you?
No, it's to help make your muscles bigger.
Wait, so we're just picking big things up, putting them down, doing extraneous things, but there's no danger?
No, I mean, I guess you could drop it on your toe by accident or like break something, but most people are pretty careful. It's all about form from what I heard. I didn't do it too much while I was in college. I probably should have.
Wait, people just do this without danger?
Yeah.
Why?
So they're prepared for actual danger?
We're prepared for actual danger.
I guess that's true. I was just thinking if we wanted to have a hobby that we all share or something.
So we would go to this place and pick up heavy things at the same time?
Yeah. And then put them down. And then do it again.
Okay, I would be willing to try this once.
Okay, that should be fun. I've only really done it once with like Mindy. And we kind of goofed off the whole time.
What is the most challenging of these things to pick up, would you think?
Well, I guess it depends. Do you think most of your strength is in your upper body or in your lower body?
It's sort of a thing that, Paylor kind of helps out with, so...
Because, like, for me, and I tap my satyr thighs, I have pretty good leg strength, so squats are pretty easy for me. But if you don't have a lot of leg strength, squats would be kind of hard. And then if you have more upper body strength, you can do these things called, like, chest press.
Wow, those are very strong looking thighs now that I'm looking at. Yeah, we should try this sometime. Okay.
Okay. As you guys are talking, somebody will come up to you and say, so, the results from your tests are in at the main office. All you need to do is go up to the counter and they will update your information for you. And then we do have a final interview for each of you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Make your way back to the main office. There is no wait line for you currently. Make your way to the front. And the older gentleman who is at the front of the desk will just go,
Welcome back. All of you have completed your tests. They have brought me the results. Congratulations, you have all met the requirements to rank up. I'll hand out your new registrations, and you'll need to sign off on them. Juju, Rosewater,
and slide it over to you.
Thank you.
Your aptitude ranking is at 49%. And you have ranked up once to a C7.
Why we?
Let me add the next one on the list. Jasnah Faranza.
Yes, hello.
Hello, wonderful. Your aptitude was rated at a total of 56%. Here is your sheet. You've been promoted to a C8.
Thanks.
And we have Vesper, no surname.
Hi.
Hello. Your aptitude was rated at 48%. You've been given one rank up to a C8. Then we have Farwin Sunchild.
Yes.
Your aptitude was rated at 62%.
Far
You
away.
were brought up to a C7.
Wow.
Congratulations, everyone, on your rankings. May you flourish in your future endeavors. Now, if each of you would please individually, there's an interview room. The order that I've been given is that they would like to start with Jasnah.
I will go.
Bye, Jasnah. Be good.
Do you want Basil to come with you, or are you good?
That is a very sweet offer. Thank you. I will be okay for now.
Jasnah, as you enter, you wait for a moment. Wait for a moment. You wait for a moment. And entering the room will be two individuals. Rayless, head of postings and head of the branch office, as well as one of the town guard. I see you finished your tests. You have improved your ranking. It was not the agreed upon amount that would allow me to put you on immediate work for the task at hand. However, we do have some recommendations. And first, a couple of questions. And he's got a little booklet in front of him.
Sure.
By my notes here, recently, of course recently is a long time, just before you took a job for, was it the College of Ioun?
Yes.
You were working to find a lost dog, Mr. Dugganspine?
No, that would be Mr. Digglesby.
Right, Digglesby. What kind of methods did you take when trying to find Mr. Digglesby?
I expertly crafted some art, and I pull out the picture that I have of Mr. Digglesby. I asked pretty much everyone that we ran into, because I don't know anyone in this town, to secure this dog. Eventually, if I recall correctly, we heard of some lead for the dog. We found the dog and brought him to his owner.
Right. And where did you find this dog?
I'll be honest, I don't exactly recall. This is my second time in this very large village that you have here.
So, you don't recall being in Old Town that day?
Which part is Old Town?
South.
And which way is south, sir? You'll have to forgive me. As I said, I'm still not familiar with my orientation here yet.
He will point out a window that is facing towards the city, that is Old Town, and he'll point towards the section that you know is Old Town.
And not particularly lying, because she's still not completely familiar with the city that she's not familiar with, she'll say. Perhaps. We were out at sea for about a month, so I have not had the opportunity to familiarize myself with the city at large.
Right. And have you been to Old Town on any other occasions?
Yes, we actually got to enjoy a meal last night at Hot Food. Have you heard of this establishment? They had hot food, but they also had salted water.
Right. And what did you do other than get a meal that night?
We got a little lost, found our way to our tavern, got into a nice inter-party argument. I drank some, looked gloweredly at unwanted male gazes, and fell asleep.
Right. Now, you wouldn't happen to know anything about any property damage that happened in Old Town that night, would you?
I mean, apart from crushing about 6 of those salted waters down at the hot food, not particularly.
This I will need a deception check, as you were within the vicinity of property damage.
Hell yeah. I'll get a deception check.
He will not look up from his notes, and you'll just... Right. So if I were to ask why a window was shattered and a wall was scorched and a shutter was ripped off its hinges, you wouldn't know the answer to that?
I'm not a carpenter. I don't work with wood.
But you do work with magic. From our notes, you know how to fire bolts of energy from both your hands and your blade. Is that correct?
Yes.
And those bolts take on the appearance of a white and black beam.
They do.
And would one of those beams have gone through a window in Old Town last night?
Not at all.
Or do you need another deception check? Because it
I will
did
argue
go through a window.
it did not go through a window, it went through a shutter. Sir.
I will clarify, you shot 2 beams. The first was at the shutter, the second was at a window behind the shutter.
Okay. I will say the other thing was that I didn't damage the shutter. The shutter twisted on its own and I reacted to it. But yeah, I'll give you a deception check.
Okay. Just food for thought. Food for thought. Now, and he'll close his notes and move them to the side. Should you continue to work with the Protectorate in an official capacity, we do want to make sure that everybody is fully apted and trained. is there anything we can help provide for you within a reasonable time frame that would accelerate your growth? Do you need access to more magic? Do you need access to physical training facilities? What do you need?
Perhaps some tutelage in understanding a connection that I have to the divine. I think I can manifest parts of it in the form of magics, and it's a weird place in my life, but I might as well lean into it, if not anything.
Right. I will make a note of that, and he has a separate notepad that he's writing notes down on. And we will, on completion of some other tasks, send off for a tutor and get you squared away on there. Right, you may go. Please send in Vesper, if you could.
Of course. It was very nice to meet you.
Sarcasm is unnecessary.
But when is it? And she walks out. I go ahead and for the first time actually get pretty close to Vesper and like give her a little like arm squeeze and say, I'm not asking questions. Very, very low. Just to give her a bit of a heads up to expect something.
I head in.
You will also see Rayless as well as the city guard. Good afternoon. Congratulations on completing your test, Vesper. Thinking of a couple of things here, but we have a rudimentary interview. You've been on a couple of jobs with the Protectorate recently. While you were out at sea, anything unusual happen?
I mean, I don't know what's normal for the ocean, but there was a big shark. Like, really big.
Big shark. Sounds dangerous.
No, I mean, it was like 100 feet. And then there are angry fish people that tried to kill us, but I kind of feel like that's normal. But the big shark was weird.
Were you privy to any altercations between yourself, your party members, or your employers at all?
No, was there something weird? I mean, there was infighting between the scholars. They got kind of mad at each other, but, you know, that wasn't our job to stop that.
Right. And did you treat your charges professionally at all times?
I think we treated each other with the same level of respect.
That's not the question I asked you.
Professionally, yes, I would say so.
So, you called them sir and or ma'am, or by their name at all times?
Except for the one, I always forgot their name because they never came with us, like in the water.
Deception check.
16.
Right. And did you make any... you were on there on an expedition for Lost Ruins. Did you disclose all of your findings, aside those that were made by your charge?
Yeah, I mean, we really only found, like, this shiny piece of metal, and we showed them. And the one tried to steal it and pretend it was theirs, which that was unprofessional, by the way. But that's really, yeah, it was pretty boring, besides the giant shark and the fish people.
Okay.
I mean, I really didn't see anything interesting in the water, so.
Right then. And he will close the book after making a note, slide it across, and take out a smaller notebook. Now, if you continue working with the Protectorate, what might we be able to provide you to improve your quality of service and give you the best foot up?
I heard Juju talking about, like, a gym. If we could get a gym membership, that would be really nice. And also, I feel like I could be capable of doing more magic-y things, but I just don't have the spells. Like, my abilities have gotten stronger, but I can't actually, like, get the spells because there's nobody to teach them to me. So if you could get a teacher or a spell book or something.
Right, we'll see what we can scrounge up on that end. And should everything go fine on our end, we'll give you access to the Protectorate's facilities so you can train at your leisure.
And maybe, like, a room to stay in, because the beds at that inn are really stinky, and we would probably sleep better in, like, our own house or something.
Lodging for the Protectorate is reserved for anyone at a C5 rating or above.
We don't... No, we're getting close. We're almost there. Okay.
Right. I believe that is all I need from you. Please send in Juju Rosewater.
Be nice to Juju. She's too good for this world. I'll go get Juju. They're asking weird questions.
Oh, okay. I walk in.
Miss Rosewater, please sit down. Congratulations on
thank
your
you.
testing.
Thank you.
Now, a couple of rudimentary questions for you. You've been working with the Protectorate for how long now?
The same amount of time as my, would they be considered co-workers? I mean, they're my friends, so. So a couple months?
A couple of months here. And in that time, have you seen any behavior from any of your cohorts that could be described as criminal?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, a lot of us are very new in, like, learning the rules and stuff. But I think everybody has a good heart and they want to do what's best. So even if they've had some mistakes, it's always been for a good reason.
Let me rephrase the question. Have any of you committed a crime within the walls of Ioris? Have you seen anyone commit to a crime? Have any of you confessed to a crime to another?
No, sir.
I'm not even gonna make a roll. Okay. Thank you. And on your jobs, Has anything come up that you have not disclosed as necessary to your contacts?
What does that mean?
Meaning, the ones who employed you for the job, is there anything you have neglected to tell them during the duration of your job duties?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I think I'm all set on that front. And finally, and he'll once again slide the notebook over, a lot smaller one. What do you require to be better at working for us? What will make you safer, more diligent, more dangerous? Any of the above.
Well, I would like to learn some more magic and probably get a little stronger. But I also think having trust in people is also really good too.
Alright, so magic tutor, protector facilities. Is there anything else tangible that we can provide for you?
No, I think that's it. I appreciate you asking.
Right. That will be all then. I just need to see Farwin's Sunchild.
Right. Okay. I'll go get him.
His last name is Sunchild?
Yeah.
And
No.
I want to tell Farwin, protect Jasnah.
What?
And then just let him go.
Farwin's confused, and he walks in the room, and then... So what did he sees the guy behind the desk?
Yep, he sees Rayless, the head of the office, and the town guard. He'll just, please, sit, my boy.
Hello. Yeah, I sit down, and I'm like, so, you're like a protector guy. Does that mean that you're like a hero?
I've done my fair share of adventuring, is what I can say.
Wow. That's cool.
So we have a few questions. Have you recently been to Old Town?
Yeah, we go to Old Town every so often. We went last night and got food at Hot Food.
Right, hot food.
Have you been?
I cannot say I have.
The food's hot.
Wasn't, I think they'd be out of business.
I don't know. Maybe.
And did you go anywhere else in Old Town before or after hot food?
No, not really. I mean, we walked around a little bit and then just went home.
Did anything happen while you were walking around?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hope you believe me, but I had this really weird vision. Or like, I don't know. I saw my friends. We were walking down the road, and then Vesper tripped, and then Jasnah like her head like twisted off and she died. So that was a lot. But
Yes.
it didn't actually happen. And then I wasn't feeling well after that. You know, I don't really remember what else, but I know we just sort of went home after that.
Did either of your cohorts do anything? What happened after you had the vision? Exactly.
Well, like I said, my memory is foggy, but I told them that I, you know, had this vision and I was really worried and I just wanted to go back to the inn. And then I left and I went back to the inn. I think I went really fast. I think I even cast invisibility on myself because I was scared. And then we went back to the inn. That's all I remember.
And that is technically not a lie, is it?
No, that is actually all Farron remembers. His memory is as bad as mine is.
And also, you cast invisibility on yourself and fucked off.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I know, like, me, the player, saw the stuff that Jasnah did. I actually don't know for sure if Farron even saw it, but if he did, he doesn't remember it.
To my memory, I have not watched last week's episode. I believe Farwin cast invisibility, turned around, and started running.
Yeah.
So you would not have seen the rest of the scene of Jasnah shooting fucking Eldritch bolts into windows.
Yep.
Alright. And, prior to your leaving for your job with the college on the ship, you worked another job for the Protectorate in Ioris. You were looking for a dog.
Mr. Digglesby!
Right, Digglesby was the name.
Yeah.
Where did you find Mr. Digglesby?
I don't remember exactly. Was it the docks or maybe Old Town? It might have been Old Town. I remember that there was like a construction site or something, but I don't know if that's true.
Construction site in Old Town. Wouldn't be uncommon. And after you found Mr. Digglesby, did anything happen?
After we found Mr. Digglesby, our job was to find the dog and then return it to its owner, right? So I think, yeah, we returned it to its owner, and then that was the job.
Did anything happen outside the bounds of your job? Any encounters? Any run-ins?
You mean when we were there to find Mr. Digglesby?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I would like for you, because this is a character trait, to roll a history check at disadvantage to see if you are lying or not.
So here's the thing, and this is how my memory works too, is that Farron remembers the plot of the Mr. Digglesby thing, and he remembers the plot of Jasnah fucking icing a dude in Old Town. He doesn't remember that they're connected. I couldn't even tell you that was the same thing until you were like hinting at it, and I was like, oh, I don't remember those things being connected.
I will allow it with extreme prejudice. Right then. He will close his book one final time, and he will signal for the town guard to leave the room, as he is no longer needed. With that being said, what can we provide within the bounds of our capability to help each of you grow. What can we do to make you better at being a protector?
Well, I think Juju's great. I don't think maybe she could learn some more magic or something. Jasnah, probably like a book on local customs or something like that. Vesper needs a friend, and I would probably need to learn some more magic.
Magic. All of you have said magic. That looks like a key word for your group. You're all magic casters by your tests, yes?
Yeah.
Only one of you went to the college. It's unusual to only have one college member and this many magic casters. What, did you study at all?
No, my magic, I just feel it in my bones.
Your bones.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Perhaps we can have a conversation about that another time. As he'll
Okay.
pull out a pocket watch and look at it. I will begin on my end making arrangements. You are all free to go from here.
Okay.
I assume he leaves the room.
Yep.
And
Farwood
I'm
walks
gonna look
out
at
of the
him
room
like with big eyes, like.
and smiles and is like, "That was fun. I told him all sorts of stuff.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, let's go." He said we can leave.
Oh,
He
that's
did?
lovely. There's nobody behind you that needs to talk to us.
And no, I think he's still in his room with
Oh,
his notepads
okay,
or something.
sounds great.
No. Juju, don't be that girl at the party.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Okay.
I need a drink. Does anybody else need a drink?
Yes.
Yes. Because I fucking hate bureaucrats.
I cannot drink.
Do you want some apple juice?
Yes. Wait. Metagaming. Juju did see Farwin take a drink of alcohol once, and that is a crime.
Wow.
That's fine.
I don't know why I can remember that and nothing else, but there we go.
Galaxy brain.
But it wasn't a crime because we were on the ocean, and there's
We were
no
on a
laws on the
boat.
ocean.
Yes, there's no laws on boats. True. Okay, never mind. Yeah, let's go back to the inn. My brain hurts.
I'm telling you, the sailors, they were a fun bunch. Maybe we should have stayed with them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I hope all this stuff can help us get stronger, but it seems like a lot of stuff and not a lot of getting stronger.
I'm not a huge fan of the water.
Jasnah leans in super close to Farwin. Indeed, it is a lot of stuff without not much payoff.
Insight check.
For society.
Am I being fed socialist propaganda again?
That is a question that we may or may not answer next time, as it is.
Wait,
just
how big was it? 17?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yes.
We'll never know if it's socialist propaganda.
This is the anarcho-socialist in Jasnah again, like, yeah, it is a lot of paperwork for okay gains.
Good time.
No, listen, Farwin, here's the thing, okay? Like, the dominant class in this elitist fucking schema just gets to reap off of our labor. And that's how it goes for the rest of the night.
Anyways, good night, stream. Bye. Thank you.
Oh, we're on the internet.
Live on the
Yeah,
internet.
sure,
We're
man.
on the internet.
Listen, dude, I'm
Catch
here
me
to
on
play a game
YouTube.com
with my
for the
friends.
replay.
I'm here to play the game and talk anarcho-socialist agendas.
Yes. Let's go.